Guys, good morning. Good morning guys. So, today, pupunta kami ng Italy kasi we're celebrating my friend's birthday.
Kaya maganda dapat yung forma.
Hindi naman.
Sa vlog.
Guys, inalakad na kami. Papunta kami ng bus station. Saan tayo pupunta? Sa Estacion. So guys, malapit na kami dito sa bus station. Walking distance. Also sa train station. Sarap na kami ng bus station. Yun yung mga biyahe. Pero yung mga ibang bus, like nasa ilalim mo. Ang mga naka-backpack lang kami. Iron. Welcome to Bilbao Airport. We're waiting for boarding. Welcome to Venice. Venezia.
Ups, wait lang. Ako to ang nag-iisa niyong rampadora, JR. Welcome back to my channel kung saan bawal ang perfect. For today's video, vlog takeover to kaya hindi niyo ako makikita dito. Pero samahan niyo ang aking baby Gio, na maggala dito sa Italy. So kung bago ka pa sa aking channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell para updated ka sa aking mga rampa. So paano? Tara, makirampa na tayo. Let's go! Rampa na!
Hi guys! Welcome to the vlog! Welcome to the floating city of the world, Venice, Italy! So, ang sabi nila, mapapagastos ka raw dito and super daling maligaw. Is that fake or real? Malalaman natin ngayon. So, grab your coffee or your gelato, hit that subscribe button, and let's explore Venice together. So, first thing you need to know about Venice, guys, walang kotse dito. As in, zero. So, purely walking or talagang sa tubig lang ang transportation natin. So, as you can see guys, this is a private gondola and medyo pricey yan. Nakita namin it's like around 90 to 100 euros plus plus. Pero if you do have the budget naman, well, might as well go for it for the experience. So, samahan nyo kami guys. We're trying to look for the Piazza San Marco as well as the Rialto, which are two of the most famous tourist spots here in Venice. So, medyo mahirap i-navigate itong Venice. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, pero ini-enjoy na lang din namin yung paglalakad namin here kasi marami naman kaming makikita. Pero, to be honest, it's like a maze. So, mamali ka lang ng liko or you went the other side, mawawala ka na talaga. So, they say the best way to experience Venice is to actually get lost. So, every day is a maze talaga dito, I guess. So, ayan guys, sobrang init nga lang talaga kasi July is still summer and dapat may dala kayo talaga like fan or Jisoo Life kasi especially since naglalakad lang tayo dito sa Venice, mararamdaman nyo talaga yung init and sobrang patay ng init para kang nasa tabi lang ng dagat, parang ganon yung feeling. So, kung hindi ka sanay sa init talaga, might as well bring, yun nga, mga pamaypay, and also bring lots of water. Kasi, most likely, madidehydrate ka habang naglalakad. And, ito nga nakikita nyo yung pinasukan naming alley. Madaming mga items na binibenta. Dun sa bungad, there were like postcards, meron dyan mga musical instruments and all sorts of things. Dito kayo pwedeng bumili din ng mga mga keychain, mga ref magnets, and all that. So, ayun na nga guys. Medyo nakakalito kasi yung directions nila dito. We're trying to go to Piazza San Marco or dun sa Rialto Bridge. Meron naman sila mga arrows para makapunta doon. Pero kasi minsan, nawawala yung arrows. So, ang tendency, kung saan-saan ka papasok na alley, sa katulad ko na walang sense of direction, syempre magre-rely tayo sa mga ganon, also sa Google Maps, pero parang hindi masyadong accurate yung Google Maps dito kasi pinapaikot-ikot lang din tayo sa Venice. Kaya, ayun, more explore na lang din siguro kami dito.
Ayun guys, so naligaw-ligaw nga kami kung saan-saan kami nakarating. Pero I think, based naman sa Google, tama na yung dinadaanan namin and I can see sa dulo na may mga gondolas na. I think ito yung parang terminal din ang tawag nila sa gondolas. Pero ayon sa Google Maps, pag kumaliwa kami dito, yung pinakadulo nito yung Rialto Bridge na. Pero guys, yun nga sobrang init. Tingnan nyo naman yung araw, sobrang tirik na tirik yan. Tsaka para talagang nasa gilid ka lang ng dagat kasi yung hangin sobrang dry. So, dapat sa dulo nito makikita na natin yung ayan na nga, ayan yung Rialto Bridge, nakikita ko na. Ayan, tingnan lang natin yung mga surroundings, pan lang natin yung camera, ayan yung mga gondolas, pwede yung i-rent yan. Okay, tingnan lang natin ulit. Hello! Ayan. So, guys, ito ang Venice. May mga restaurants dito. Ang dami ring tourists. So, lakad-lakad lang. Tingin-tingin sa mga, ano ba, sa mga landmarks, sa mga paligid. Ayan. By the way, kung pupunta kayo dito ng summer, dapat talaga yung suot nyo is presko. Kung gusto nyong mag-shorts or t-shirts, just so yung hindi kayo papawisan masyado or hindi masyadong maiinitan, yun ang advisable. Like kita nyo ito mga turista dito, they're just wearing shorts, just wearing shirts, naka-chinelas pa yung iba. And yeah, just wear comfortable clothes para kahit maglakad kayo buong araw, hindi kayo masyadong maiinitan and presko pa rin sa pakiramdam. Ayan, so we're just walking around here and we just wanna see yung famous Rialto Bridge. So guys, ang Ponte de Rialto or the Rialto Bridge ay isa sa pinaka-iconic, pinaka-photogenic at pinaka-dinadagsang spot dito sa buong Venice. And if you look at any postcard or poster of Venice, sigurado akong nakita nyo na to. But did you know na may crazy backstories or plot twists and hidden secrets ang tulay na to? So first, fun fact about the Rialto Bridge is that this is the oldest bridge crossing the Grand Canal. Pero before the white stone structure was built, gawa lang ito sa kahoy. And very high maintenance masyado yung lumang wooden bridge. And also nasunog ito noong 1310 and 2 beses nag-collapse dahil sa sobrang daming tao. So, noong late 1500s, nagpa-contest ang government ng Venice para sa magde-design ng bagong stone bridge. And sumali dito yung mga legendary artists like Michelangelo, Palladio. Pero ang plot twist, tinalo silang lahat ang isang local architect named Antonio da Ponte. Travel tip na rin para sa inyo guys. Sobrang dagsa kasi ng tao dito starting 10 in the morning. So, if you want aesthetic, crowd-free photo for your like Instagram, for your Facebook posts, punta kayo ng maaga, like around sunrise. And direct access na rin to sa Rialto Market where you can buy fresh fruits and seafood. So, itong lugar na to, kung nasan kami, nasa likod lang to ng Rialto Bridge. And unlike normal bridges, may mga 24 shops dito sa mismong tulay. And noon pa man kasi commercial hub na talaga to. And dito kayo makakabili ng souvenirs and Murano glass jewelry and also mga leather goods. And marami pang iba actually. Mapapansin nyo yung mga shops dito, nagbebenta sila ng mga Murano glass. It's not a regular glass. It's a type of luxury glass, and high-end collectors, celebrities, and also museums all over the world, they pay thousands of dollars for that type of glass. So again, guys, like I mentioned, if there's one thing you need to know before visiting Venice, ito yun. Walang kotse, walang bus, walang motor. That's right. The entire city is connected by over 150 canals, and every single thing, as in lahat, from garbage collection, police, ambulance, food delivery, they happen purely on water. So yung official public water bus ng Venice, it's called Vaporetto. And if you want to cruise down the famous Grand Canal, you can ride the Line 1 Vaporetto. Yung ticket, it costs around 950 euros, 9.50. But you can also buy the 24-hour, or they have the multi-day pass if you're exploring the main island of Venice, plus nearby spots like Murano and Burano. Super scenic sumakay sa Vaporetto, pero ayun nga, super crowded din, especially pag peak hours. So, agahan nyo para makuha nyo yung spot sa likod or sa harap for the best view, para sulit yung bayad. Mamaya naman makikita nyo yung view kapag nakasakay sa Vaporetto, kasi yun yung sasakyan namin pa uwi. So, first-hand experience din. So, itong nasa likod ng Rialto Bridge, isang buong mahabang shops yan. And maraming pwedeng bilhin, like Italian leather goods, mga Venetian masks, mga souvenirs. And actually, mas mahal ang paninda right next to the bridge steps. So, itong nilalakaran namin, just like 2 to 3 minutes deeper into the side streets and much better deals. So, perfect spot to para bumili ng mga pasalubong and also mag-people watch. So, don't skip the streets behind Rialto. Another history trivia. Noon daw, Venice was famous for its massive cat population. Sobrang daming pusa daw dito dati. And adopted silang lahat ng city para mag-hunt ng rats and to protect Venice from the plague. May dedicated cat sanctuaries din daw noon. Though ngayon mas marami ng pigeons and seagulls. And then may mga balibalita na lumulubog na daw ang Venice. Totoo ba? Yes, guys. The city is sinking by about 1 to 2 millimeters every single year due to a mix of shifting tectonic plates and rising sea levels. So, if Venice is on your dream travel bucket list, visit sooner rather than later. Kasi alam nyo na, baka biglang lumubog, hindi pa kayo nakakapunta. So, ano pang hinihintay nyo, guys? Let's go na! Ito pang isa, guys. Diba, walang cars or motor dito sa Venice. Pero alam nyo din ba na bawal ang bisikleta and roller skates dito? That's right. Strictly forbidden ang bikes or scooters dito to protect the pedestrians on walkways, kasi nga masyado na siyang masikip. And kapag nag-ride ka ng bike dito, the local police will slap you with a heavy fine on the spot. So, guys, food power lang talaga. Another thing, guys, I wanted to mention, major budget hack when eating in Venice, always watch out for the sign that says coperto or table charge. That means kapag umupo ka sa table sa isang cafe or restaurant, you'll be charged with an extra service or cover fee per person, which can range anywhere from 2 euros up to 10 euros or more sa tourist spots like St. Mark's Square. So, anong dapat gawin? Do what the locals do. You just eat and drink na nakatayo sa bar counter. It's cheaper, it's faster, and it's way more authentic. We are standing right in the heart of Venice, the famous Piazza San Marco or St. Mark's Square. And honestly, looking at this view, hindi ka talaga magtataka why millions of people visit this exact spot every year. Watch out for the pigeons as well. Sobrang daming pigeons dito. And strict policy ng Venice is bawal pakainin yung mga ibon or else pwede kang ma-fine. Actually, may scam din dito. Ayan, may mga, like si Kuya, nagbibigay ng pagkain ng pigeons para lumapit sa'yo yung pigeons. Pero, akala mo libre, pero in the end, sisingilin ka din niya ng, ng bayad for the feeds. And nakikita niyo yung tore na yan. That's the St. Mark's Campanile, and it's nearly 100 meters tall. And fun fact, nag-collapse yan completely noong 1900s dahil sa sobrang kalumaan. And so what the Venetians did was they rebuilt it exactly as it was, brick by brick. And also may elevator dyan, and you will see like a 360-degree panoramic view of the whole city of Venice. And yung nasa tabi niya, that's the St. Mark's Basilica. It's also called the Church of Gold kasi sa loob nito is actually filled with 8,000 square meters of gold mosaics. Medyo mahaba yung pila dito, so make sure to book your skip the line tickets online. For dessert lovers, this is an absolute must in Venice. We're here at I Tre Mercanti, which is famous for making fresh tiramisu. And you can see them assembling the layers behind the window glass na nandun sa harapan. And we're trying out their Classico tiramisu as well as this Amaretto tiramisu. We also ordered the yuzu juice and we're gonna try it now.
Okay, my turn. Ay, puto. Bawal yan.
Sa pasta. Magkasala na kasi ito.
Mas type yung isa.
Start to.
Mas type yung almond. Okay. Okay, so ang verdict ay mas masarap itong almond with liquor kaysa dito sa kamay.
Kung umiinom ka kada weekend,
Ang tabang.
That's my birthday.
Medyo alcoholic ka.
Dito ka sa sa almond. Sarap. Pero mahal lang. Kano nga to? So, ang binayaran namin ay 14.60. So, yung classic, 490, amaretto, 490, and then yung yuzu is 480. Ay, mahal din pala ng yuzu.
Eto guys, yung harapan ni Itre Mercanti. So, makikita natin dyan kung paano gawin yung tiramisu. Okay, so we stopped by Pasta and Pasta Venice. And if you want authentic Italian pasta made fresh right in front of you without breaking your budget, you should try this. It's a popular fresh pasta to go shop where you can choose your pasta shape, pick your favorite sauce, and they prepare it in just a few minutes. And today we ordered their bacon carbonara. Look at that.
Bawal daw kumain. So, ang gagawin na lang natin ay standing ovation. Ay, shit.
So, ayun nga guys. Hindi naman pala matabang yung carbonara namin. Hindi lang namin nahalo hanggang ilalim. Nung nahalo namin, sobrang creamy, sobrang malasa. Ang daming bacon, di ba? Ayun. So, highly recommended pa rin si Pasta and Pasta Venice. Ngayon, naglalakad kami papunta sa water bus station. So, we're currently at the Rialto stop. And as you can see, may mga turnstiles dyan and may mga card reader. So you can just use your debit cards or credit card and tap dyan sa card readers para magbayad ng fare for the water bus. And so this side is for all passengers and the left side is for priority. And we'll just try to use our card for the fare. Okay, wait lang. Okay, let me try here. Let's tap the card. Ayan, gumana naman siya. So, we'll just have to wait here for the water bus to arrive kasi wala pa yung water bus. So, everyone will be waiting here muna. Ayan. Okay, so the water bus has just arrived and as you can see, ang gulo. Ang daming tao kasi and medyo naipon kanina while waiting for the bus. And ayun lang, hindi masyadong organized yung pagpasok ng tao sa bus. And hindi siya yung by order of people na dumating dun sa station. Ayan, we're trying to mixing it kasi nauna na si Rich dun sa bus and baka maiwan tayo. I don't wanna wait for the next bus to arrive. Ayan, so medyo siksikan kasi maraming tao and medyo hapon na rin kasi. Ayan, successful. Ay, ito na pala si Rich.
Ito na yun.
Alright, baka malaglag tayo guys. By Rialto. Here sa Venice, guaranteed na bawal mag-overspeeding since yung underwater waves caused by the water buses, they can destroy the wooden foundations of historic buildings here in Venice. So, strictly 5 to 11 kilometers per hour lang ang speed limit sa tubig. And meron din silang mga traffic lights na nakakabit sa mga lumang pader near intersections, and one-way traffic system lang din sila sa tubig. And also, did you know that we are literally on top of an underwater forest right now? Kasi over 1,000 years ago, nagbaon sila ng more than 10 million wooden trunks sa ilalim ng putik para maging foundation ng mga buildings. And because walang oxygen underwater, hindi nagdi-decompose or nabubulok yung kahoy. So, ang nangyari, na semento and mas tumigas pa sila over time. Ang galing, di ba? May trivia pa ako sa inyo guys. Alam nyo ba na dito sa Venice nanggaling ang word na ciao? It comes from the old Venetian greeting Ciao vostro, which meant I am your servant. Plus, ang Venice din ang nagtayo ng kauna-unahang casino sa buong mundo noong 1638. Isa pang napansin ko pala, dun sa mga stores, may mga binibenta silang masks or mga maskara, Venetian masks na tinatawag. And I was really curious kung bakit sila nagbebenta nun. And then, upon checking sa Google, nakita ko na parang hindi lang pala yun for like parties. And ginagamit nila yung mascara so that people mayaman o mahirap, they could blend in sa society. And they use yung mascara para to hide their identities and para walang makakilala sa kanila. So, it wouldn't matter whether you're rich or poor or middle class. Galing, no? Another trivia for you guys. Akala nyo ba madumi lang kaya kulay green at malabo ang tubig sa Venetian canals? Actually, clay and mud ang ilalim ng Venice. And every time na may dadaan na bangka, nahahalukay niya yung sediment kaya nagmumukhang cloudy. And noong nag-lockdown noong 2020 during COVID, actually naging crystal clear yung tubig, not because the pollution disappeared, but because walang boat traffic na naghahalo ng putik sa ilalim. Pero ayun nga, actually walang modern underground sewer pipes ang mga lumang building dito, and most houses use brick septic vaults. And nagre-rely ang buong Venice sa natural ocean tides na pumapasok twice a day para linisin at i-flush out ang tubig sa mga kanal papuntang dagat. Kaya never ever subukang lumangoy dito. Super bawal at hindi talaga siya hygienic. Naalala niyo yung viral post noon na may lumalangoy daw na dolphins dito sa Venice canals? Fake news pala yun. Sa Sardinia talaga pala nakuhaan yung video. Pero you will also see mga small fish, crabs, and also mga bibe na nag-hangout near sa docks. Important update pala for travelers. If you're gonna visit Venice just for a day trip, check their official portal before going. Kasi on peak days, day trippers need to pay a €5 access fee online. And kasi kapag na-check ka ng inspectors without a QR code, may fine siya agad. But if you booked a hotel inside Venice overnight, exempted ka sa fee and you just need to register for your free exemption code. And that concludes our entire journey around Venice. And you know guys, before coming here, a lot of people told me medyo touristy, super crowded, and overpriced ang Venice. And honestly, meron naman talagang katotohanan yun on some level. If there's one piece of advice I can give you guys when you plan your trip here in Venice, don't rush. Take your time. Sabi nga nila, Venice isn't just a place you check off your bucket list. It's a feeling that stays with you. Yun lang.
Ay. The end. Yes! Ang gaganda pa din. Wow, wow.